1234. WA6AJ, WA6AJ, A6S, over.
You're not very loud, KE6VG.
I'm not very loud?
Yeah, you got your amp off?
Yeah, it's not on. KE6VG, I'm parallel to you too, I'm pointed due north. KE6VG, it hasn't, the lights haven't came on, so I can't turn it on yet. KE6VG, you sound really good, A6S, over.
Yeah, you're only 20 over.
Well, let's see if this thing, when the filaments come on, when the lights come on over here. Yeah, okay, they came on. Hello, 1, 2, that's 800 watts. That should have jumped up about 10 dB at least.
Yep, exactly, 30 dB.
Oh, that's what the meter shows here.
Yeah, you're 30 over now instead of 20 over.
If I move this antenna just a little bit, it'd come up like crazy. Probably, I'm just absolutely perpendicular to you.
No, I know. When you switch over and you aim at me, you're 60 over.
Well, let me see what you are.
No, I'm running, what is it? What's the output? The 75 watts on 432 with this rig?
I think so. You're 20 over 9.
Yeah, that's plenty. As soon as I get that Yagi up there, I should probably do even better.
It'd be 22 over.
Yeah, 22 over. I think the Yagi on 432 has about 15 dBi gain.
Yeah, it'll add another 12 dB, 13 at least to you. And hello, 1, 2. On a 1, 2, I'm making hello, 800 and hello, 800 watts.
Yeah, and I'll be another 25 feet higher too, because it'll be up at about 63 feet.
That'll make a big difference, the height. Yeah, you'll be smoking in everywhere, no problem. I don't know where Michael is. WA6AJ, where are you, A6S?
Hello there.
Aaron or anybody?
Hello.
Maybe it's about 7 minutes. Somebody will show up here pretty soon. KE6VG, AA6S.
Yeah, so I'm working on my test bench, and
AG6PD 1237.
A high-tech thing with an arm that holds the laptop up out there, so I can bring up schematics and the microscope and all the couple different soldering irons. So I ordered another soldering iron because you can't have too many, right? The one I ordered one with the C210 and the C245 tips.
Okay. Yeah, you do that small stuff. I got to have one that's got the biggest tip that they make for the little iron there for that junk I work on. I got to be able to solder some big parts. In fact, a lot of the times I use the 325 watt or whatever it is heat pump there, the soldering gun. A lot of the stuff, you're trying to solder something to a chassis or something, a lot of times I have to get 2 of them. Get the wife to hold the iron, and I take the big guy and get at least 400 watts of heat to make a good smooth solder connection on a chassis.
Yeah, no, I'm working with a flake of pepper through a microscope with a pair of tweezers, and you put some flux on the board with the head of a pin.
Yeah, it's got to be at least as big as a 1/4 watt resistor for me.
Well, that stuff's easy. I can do that without glasses.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Good evening, guys. K6MYC. There's one voice I don't recognize, and maybe because Robert, you may be off frequency a little bit there. Is that KE6EG?
Yeah, KE6 Victor Golf, Vegetable Garden, 1251. Yeah, I'm probably off frequency just a hair because I don't have my GPS reference on the rig yet.
Yeah, well, just tune me in. You'll be fine. You're not drifting. You're just off frequency about 30 cycles.
K6BBG 971.
Okay.
Yes, unit in there.
Yeah, you're getting closer. You're getting closer. Good evening, Dave. K6BBG 971. We've got you.
AJ6PD 1237.
I got you already, Tony. I heard you earlier. I just didn't respond. They were talking down here.
Well, you sure have a rapid flutter on you, Mikey.
Yeah, you had that earlier.
Well, that is weird.
Well, that's because I'm up there shaking the antenna back and forth.
I guess. Well, I'm pointed due north, so probably bouncing off of something over there.
Yeah, we probably got a little multi-path going.
Michael said he'd be on. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, it's early. He's got a minute and a half or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm out here early because Matt's cooking some steaks, and they're not going to be ready till the net starts. So I thought I'd get in here and say hello. And what did you say you were working on tonight, Robert?
Robert, telling you're working on your workbench.
Well, he was working on some small piece of equipment there.
Oh, he works on changes parts on these these boards that the parts are about the size of a grain of sand. So he's got some, TV camera with a microscope, I think, and all this stuff to put it on a big screen so he can see it.
Yeah, well, what are you building, Robert?
I'm working on just SMD repair stuff, and when I assemble kits and do other stuff, it's handy to have the microscope and stuff.
Okay, you're just repairing equipment, is that it?
Yeah, pretty much just repairing equipment.
Okay, why don't you tune on frequency here? Is there some problem with that?
I went up 3. You want me to go down 3?
No, not 3 cycles, 30.
Talk for a minute.
Okay, just tune in so I sound normal. You sound like a little boy. You're 12 years old at the moment, but I know you're older than that. KE6, is it KC6VG? No, yeah, KC6 Vegetable Garden, or is it Kilo Echo 6?
It's Kilo Echo 6 Vegetable Garden. Now I'm tuned to .970.
Oh, you got to come down another 10 or 12, 10 or 15 hertz.
982's here.
Okay, here's a .900.
Well, that's getting pretty close. Good evening, Daryl.
Good evening. I didn't want to get in the middle of your conversation there. I just wanted to jump in real quick.
Yeah, are you copying Robert down there on his whole loop in Visalia?
Barely, but I can hear him.
Okay. KG6, forgot to call. I didn't start right. KG6 Echo ECG, is that it?
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox.
Charlie Echo Fox, yeah, I had the letters all tangled up here. I slept laying across the bed the wrong way.
That's all it takes.
Yep. You're off frequency too.
I shouldn't be. I'm usually not. I don't have a great SWR on this antenna, but it's on frequency.
No, not the antenna, Dingleberry. Your frequency. You're off of, you're sounding like a little boy up here, talking up here.
Well, that's news to me because this radio's always been right on frequency. And it says it's on frequency, so what to tell you?
Don't pay any attention to what the radio says. You tune in so the guy's voice that's running the net sounds normal. I'm locked. I don't move.
Make sure your RIT is not on, because he sounds okay to me.
I don't have an RIT on. He's close, but I know what he sounds like normally, Bill.
Well, Bill, you sound normal, and Mike, you sound normal.
Well, you're close.
I wouldn't know what to do to make it sound right. I mean, if I try to tune it to make it sound right to you, you won't sound right. So I'm just going to leave it where it is.
Okay, you can leave it where it is.
Okay.
Everybody likes to hear other people's voices at different pitches. I should give you a 1 kilohertz tone, and then you guys can tune it in until your dial reads 1 kilohertz.
727.
You're on frequency.
195. I hope I'm on frequency.
195's on frequency. Good evening, Mike. And 727's on frequency. Good evening, Mike's and Mike.
Roger, good evening, guys.
Good evening, vertical tonight. And I'm hearing Vicelio about an S3 on vertical. So not bad signal for a single whole loop.
Yeah, it helps to be up 40 feet. He's got a big booming signal on the 2 meter with the whole loop up here, too. He's up there at 40 feet with a 2 and a 432 whole loop, doing good. But he'll have pointable antennas, or let's call them directional, little pointy things in a little while. Anyway, good evening, Mike. You're early. Good to hear you. N6BYH with KWA6AAJ. And we're all pointing, you should be pointing down toward Rick, KB6RQU, we're trying to get on the air here. Rick keeps forgetting to get on the air.
Well, I'm pointed south.
Yeah, maybe we can knock on his door and wake him up. He isn't going to come alive for us. I thought Rob would be in here. I think Aaron's here. Aaron's already got the stream going, so Aaron's around somewhere. Aaron, where are you? Well, I don't know where Aaron is, but that's okay. He's got the stream going. Rob's here somewhere, I think. I don't think he said he was going to be gone tonight. Otherwise, we're doing pretty good. We're missing WA60IB. We're missing K6MTS. We're Terry KK6ZKE doesn't have 432, so he won't be in here. But we missed him the other night. I didn't hear him check in. He's quite a regular, as you guys know. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to get anything out of a Tascadero. He's never on 432. He's always doing something on Thursday night, I think, Bill, over.
No, I haven't heard him for a week or so, or a couple of weeks, whenever it was. But anyway, who knows? I'm pointed probably towards where am I? Just 330 degrees. So I'm pointed pretty much at you, Mike, even though you're pointed in the other direction.
I'm pointed right at 156 or 155, so we're about opposite.
Yeah, I'm not on you because your signal's not as strong as it normally would be.
Well, the reader says it's making 800 anyway. Should be a little stronger. I might be underdriving a little bit here.
wind's plenty strong, but it's, I'm flashing, 1, 2, a little over 800 at times.
I can't drive it any harder. It kicks the amp.
All this thing does is if I drive it harder, it makes the grid current go higher.
I don't have grid current. Come on, what's the matter here?
You got source gate, you got gain, source gate and drain. You got gate current.
Okay, let's see. That's all right. I must be close to the right amount of drive. Anyway, okay. Well, I guess we can go over to Santa Cruz and see if we can get Lee and Tom tonight.
Yeah, I'm ready to head over. We got a very fast flutter on your signal. I very seldom ever seen anything like that. There must be some weird upper air stuff.
Yeah, there I am rotating, and it's coming off of that, whatever that direction is.
It's an earthquake. Let's see if Tom can hear me. I'm planning on 2 meters or whatever it was. I got so much noise in that direction. The signal was really bad the other night. If I could hear him okay. By any chance, you on frequency, Tom? KW6S. KW6S, AA6S. Over. AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, coming in loud and clear, Tom. That sounds good. Good evening. KW6S. Santa Cruz, AA6S. Over.
Yeah, very good, Bill. Yeah, you're doing real good here. When I was pointing up at Mike, I did move the antenna down your way. I was playing with a microphone today, trying to figure out why it didn't work. And to a microphone that's about 3 or 4 feet away and pointed the other way. So I got back on the headset here. But yeah, you're doing remarkably good here. Yeah, otherwise, I get my LNA put up Saturday, so I'll be back fighting weight on 1296 again, and not much else going on here. Your 800 watts sounds really good. AA6S, KW6S.
Yeah, Roger, you sound really good too. I'll turn back to you. You turn over to Mikey there, and Mike Yellow's in there. He said also, KW6S, AA6S. Back to you there, and then over to Mikey, I guess.
Very good, yeah. That should be just about where WA6AAJ comes in the best. WA6AAJ, KW6S.
KW6S, WA6AAJ. You're about S9, over.
Yeah, I had to grab I thought Bill was coming in loud, but you're right in there too. I had to go for the volume control here.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, we're ripping along here pretty good. I don't remember 432 being such a good band. Maybe I've just not been quite on top of things. Anyway, good to talk to you and check in. You seem to being a lot more regular than you were for a while there. WA6AAJ, KW6S.
Roger. KW6S, WA6AAJ. Yeah, it kind of goes up and down. Things come up and that type of thing. So, plus I probably like sports as much as I do ham radio, so that might be a part of it too. Anyway, I'll turn it back to Mikey.
Okay. Good evening, Tom. KW6S and maybe Alpha Echo 6 AA6. What the hell is this called? AF6 United. AF6 United might be in here. What about you, Lee? Are you here?
A6MYC, AF6U. I just turned on the radio. I didn't expect you to get over here this quick.
Okay, well, I'm peeking on you, but you went down, so I went the wrong direction, obviously. Give me a little more chatter.
Wrong direction. You went down quite a bit there, and I'm not sure who was on just before you called my call sign, but I could hear that person quite clearly. Go ahead.
Well, that's Mike or somebody. Mike or Bill, one or the other. Yeah, no, I've got you peaked up pretty good now. AF6 United, 1098, and KW6 Sugar, 610. We got you both. 1098. We're missing some locals here. I haven't heard Aaron, K6US at all yet, and I haven't heard Rob, KM6SRR yet. So I'm alone. I don't have the moral support, the local support I need here. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. We've got N6BYH and a few others in here. I just meant my technical support here. Thank you. I got the dinner delivered here. So there you go. Tom and Lee, you shoot it back down to Bill, if you will. Okay, AA6S. Lee, you shoot it to Bill. Alpha AF6 United down to AA6S, K6MYC.
Roger, Roger. AA6S. AA6S, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Can you copy me tonight there, Bill?
Real strong there. AF6U, back to you, AA6S. Over.
Okay, I don't have a very good copy on you there tonight, Bill. It's just a little bit above my noise level, but it's also wavering a little bit. So, yeah, you kind of drop down below the noise level and back up. Anyway, I will turn it back over to you, and maybe you can give Tom a call. AA6S from AF6 United. Back to you.
Yeah, AF6U, AA6S. Well, I got you a solid copy, but you're not real strong. You're not moving the meter, but you're Q5. Not moving the meter much, but you're Q5 here, Lee. Back to you there, and you can kick it over to AAJ, I guess, Mike. AF6U, AA6S, over.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, you must have moved the antenna because you came back up quite nicely there, and I'm scrambling for my sheet of call signs here. I know I have Mike's written down somewhere. I just can't remember the prefix of it. So I'm just going to guess and say WA6AAJ. Did I get it right there, Mike?
You did, Lee. AF6U, WA6AAJ. Just remember, I got a lot of A's. So, 3 A's in one call. Good CW call. I don't know about on voice, though. AF6U, WA6AAJ.
Oh, that's a good poker hand. You got 3 aces there. Yeah. And you don't even need a wild card. So, yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Well, you're coming in here quite strongly tonight. You're S6, much stronger than Bill, and even a little bit stronger than Mike there. So I guess we've got a good path, and conditions are okay for us. WA6AAJ from AF6 United.
Roger, Lee. Yeah, you're hitting S6, S7 here. Good copy and a good strong signal. Anyway, I'll let you go, and I'll turn it back to Mikey because I know he's got a steak in his mouth. Over.
Okay. Can anybody copy the station that's calling me? Over.
You heard that, Mike.
I doubled with you. Who is that's calling me?
It was N7 Sugar Alpha Echo.
Okay. November 7 Sugar Alpha Echo. Let's find out where he is so I can point at him. He's not readable here, but I heard him in there. N7 Sugar Alpha Echo, K6MYC. Go ahead again, please.
I may have got the call wrong. It's N7, and I'm not sure of the rest there. Go ahead.
Foxtrot Echo Charlie
he's not making a long enough transmission. Have him give his call, and does he have a Bozo number, and where is he?
His call is Nancy 7 Foxtrot Alpha Echo, and he's in Monterey.
Okay, he's running vertical.
Because I can barely hear him above the noise level.
Oh, you're okay, and you're not vertical because I switched vertical and you went down, but you came up quite a bit that time. N7 FAE, Fox Alpha Echo. Good evening. My name is Mike. I'm net control on the 432 and all the Bozo Nets here in Northern California. I'm in Central California, north of Fresno, and Delta Mike 07. You're in Charlie Mike 96, but I'm aimed at you, but I can always tweak it a little bit and maybe get a little bit more out of it there. I'm running about a kilowatt here and a pair of Yagis at 100 feet. 40 element cross-polarized Yagis at 100 feet. So give us a little more chatter and a name and all that, and we'll see if you have a Bozo number. We'll get one for you if you don't have one. N7 Fox, is it N7 or K7 Fox Alpha Echo, K6MYC? I don't hear him now, Tom.
N7 FAE KW6S.
Back to the background there. But Bozo 721, it's been, I don't know if I've ever checked in on 432 before. Go ahead.
I can hear you now. I just have to have some chatter so I can point at you.
21 Bozo, and doesn't know if he's ever checked in on 432 or not, but he's having trouble hearing you.
Well, I just have to have enough chatter from him to point at him. Now I'm pointing his way. He should be hearing the 800 watts here. I don't think he's running 800, and I'm copying you. N7 FAE. Give us your name and your Bozo number again, please. Over.
Yeah, hello, Mike. K6MYC, N7FAE, Foxtrot Alpha Echo, Bozo number 721. Checked in on 2 meters a couple of years ago, but I also have 432. Thought I'd be trying it. Go ahead.
That's a good idea you did. What's the name?
Leonard, Leonard.
I didn't get it. You took a fade. I got Fox Alpha Romeo Echo.
Yeah, Foxtrot Alpha Echo. Foxtrot Alpha Echo.
Is that your name?
No, the handle is Leonard. Handle is Leonard.
That's what I'm asking, Leonard. How much power are you running, and what's the antenna, Leonard? Over.
I'm running 100 watts. Pardon me, 75 watts. 75 watts into 22 elements on 432. Radio is a IC9100. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. You're doing quite well. I'm not having any trouble copying. You took one little quick fade, but it might not have been anything more than just turning away from the microphone. You got a little weaker for just one word. Anyway, we got you. And you may not have a preamp, or you may have some noise there. Not sure, but you should be hearing me better than I'm hearing you, based on our power. I'm running an ICOM 9700 with about 30 watts, driving an 800. Actually, it's a kilowatt amplifier from W6PQL, so it puts out a kilowatt into about 300 feet of feed line. So it's not a kilowatt by the time it gets to the antenna, but it's not very far down from that. I run 1.5/8 feed line, the bulk of the direction, about the bulk of the distance, I should say. Back to you, Leonard, and nice to meet you and check in more often here. We're happy to have you on 432. We get about 25 to 30 check-ins here every night on 432, so good to have you in here. N7 Fox Alpha Echo in Monterey, K6MYC, and you can shoot it back to, well, let's see who else is copying you over here. We have 3 or 4 stations that could hear you. Let me just do this. Mike, are you hearing him? WA6AAJ, go ahead. Mike, where'd you go? Tom, Bill, where are you? AA6S, are you copying him?
Yeah, I'm copying Leonard. I'm copying there, Mikey. N7 Foxtrot Alpha Echo. Able 6 Sugar. AA6 Sierra, Leonard. Here, Q5 about an S2 here in Visalia. Q5 S2 in Visalia. With your 22 elements and the 100 watts. Sounds pretty good here. N7 Foxtrot Alpha Echo. See if you can copy me. AA6S. Over.
Yes, AA6F, November 7, Foxtrot Alpha Echo. I'm copying you about S3, go ahead.
Leonard, when you're weak, you should use call signs and then say over so the other guy knows that you've finished transmitting if he's only getting partial copy on you, over.
Okay, Mike. Well, I'm standing by here.
I copied him when he said S3, and after that, I didn't know if he turned it over to me or not. Anyway, Leonard, I heard the S3, and then I didn't know if you turned it over to me. Anyway, you're making it here. N7 Foxtrot Alpha Echo, AA6S. Over.
AA6S, N7FAE, I copy you.
Okay, very good. Is there anybody else over here in the San Joaquin Valley copying Leonard there in Monterey? This is K6MYC. Anybody else? Okay, there's somebody else. Who was that talking? Bill, did you copy that station?
No, it was pretty weak. Maybe all frequency too.
Somebody doubled with you. Tell me again, whoever heard him, say what his call is.
That was Jim, PQL.
Oh, okay. We're getting your way, Jim. Hang in there. We're trying to work a guy in Monterey. Okay, Leonard, I'll say 783s to you. Thanks very much for coming in. And most of the time, I don't know what happened to Mike. I'm sure he could copy you because he got as good a signal as anybody over your way. That's WA6AJ in Clovis. Bill, AA6S, is in Visalia, and I'm north of Fresno, 25 miles, and we should have another station here, but he's not on frequency at the time. At this time, WA60IB in northern Clovis, and he would also hear you. So there you go, but we're missing two guys here all of a sudden. 7-3, Leonard, thank you very much for coming in. N7FAE, K6MYC, 7-3.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, catch you next week, hopefully, N7FAE.
Okay, well, we'll see you on Sunday night if you want to do 2 meters. Sunday night, 7:30 on 144, 240.
All right, Mike, we'll try and get on there. Thursday's better than Sunday, but I'll do what I can.
Okay, well, we also do Wednesday night on 2 meters, so that might be an easy one for you also, over.
Okay, well, you're coming in a good S7 to an S8, so nice, good copy, Mike.
Okay, yeah, it's just, you're going to see that on these paths that are up and down, but you're 70 watts. I'm running 10 dB more power than you are. So when you're in that situation, you should always, unless it gets real strong like it is at the moment, you should always use call signs in the overs. But we got a little peak going here. 7-3, Leonard, thank you again. N7FAE, K6MYC, clear and going into the Bay Area.
7-3, Mike.
Tom, are you still on frequency?
What?
Just let the Monterey station know that I'm hearing him here in Fremont. He won't hear me unless he's pointed this way, though.
Okay, that's N7 Fox Alpha Echo, Jim. And his name is Leonard. He's running 70 watts, and he's horizontally polarized, 22-element Yagi aimed over this way. W6PQL, and we had somebody else, or 2 or 3 others in here. I'm just going to try and get it whoever I can here. W6PQL 1296. Go ahead. K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I'm just getting the antenna on you now. You hear me okay?
Yeah, a lot of flutter, but we got you.
Yeah, you heard me in there because I was trying to let the Monterey station know that I was hearing him here in Fremont. When I pointed at him, he would have to point at me, though, I think for him to be able to hear me, because the 9700 has it's a rather soft front end in it, but if he points this way, you'll hear me. Over.
Well, when you put the preamp on in the 9700, it helps a little bit. He doesn't have a 9700. He's got a 9110. Over.
Yeah, well, it's kind of confusing. Everybody's pointed their antennas at you, and it's just difficult to make those contacts. You're turning it over to the Fresno guys, and that's great. Some of them ought to hear them, but we're hearing them here in the Bay Area too. Anyway, carry on. I'll be listening in the background. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, well, a lot of times you guys don't hear them because they either don't have their enough antenna, or they're not pointed at you, or you just got some blockage. So I wasn't thinking of you. I heard you in there, but I didn't catch your call sign. I couldn't read you. Somebody said, "Oh, that's Jim in there," and Jim's calling him. Anyway, we'll try to get him in more often. He's got 2 meters, and he's got 432. Why he hasn't been on here more often is only he can answer. Hi. Stay with me a second, Jim, and we'll see who else is on frequency here. I heard some other voices, but so far I can't identify the other folks there. QRZ Bay Area, Bozo Net, check-ins, please. K6MYC.
K6KLY. Turned on the radio. 1090. Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo 1111.
Wait a minute, Mike Sugar Echo something 111. I've also got K6KLY with 111. What's Mike Sugar Echo again? Over.
Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo, Bozo number 1111.
Oh, you got 4 ones. Okay. Is it? Yeah, you got some flutter on you, saying a little distortion. Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Sugar Echo 1111. And where are you located? Over.
This will be done. It's Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo, and I'm in Saratoga, California. Saratoga, actually, Charlie Mike 87 X-ray Golf. Charlie Mike 87 X-ray Golf right now.
Okay, very good. So are you at the home QTH? You're going to be on here regularly from there?
I'm mobile right now, mobile at rest, and just kind of doing some little hilltopping here in Saratoga, and my home QTH is Cupertino.
Okay, I'm having a little trouble copying because you've got massive flutter on you. So if you can speak just a little bit slower, that would help, and then the flutter will not have quite as great an effect, but it's taking out words, and so I'm messing your context there. What did you say about, I think you're in Los Gatos or somewhere? Go ahead.
I'm in Saratoga. I just moved my truck a little bit here. Hopefully that'll help propagation out. Saratoga, my home QTH is Cupertino, and the call, Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo, Mike Zulu Echo.
Yeah, KA6, Mike Zulu Echo, we got you. And the Bozo number was what?
1111.
Okay. It's really odd. What a freaky thing to have you and also 111 in there at the same time. You're probably hearing Russ up in Belmont. He's K6KLY in Belmont, and I'm sure you're hearing him like a ton of bricks there. So very good. Nice to meet you. What's the name there in Saratoga? Over.
Phil, Papa Hotel India Lima.
Okay, very good, Phil. Got it. Thanks for spelling it. I didn't get it verbally because of the flutter here. Your You're not real strong here. How much power are you running, and are you vertical or horizontal, Phil? Over.
I'm running about, looks like 20 watts right now, and I'm on HO loop on top of my truck.
Oh, okay. Well, you're doing pretty good with a whole loop and 20 watts. That's an outstanding signal, so you must be in a good place there in Saratoga. I used to live in Saratoga just off of Quito Road, so I know the area pretty well. Over.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah, I missed that when you took a fade. I heard you, but I couldn't copy. Okay, hang in there a second, Phil. And let's see, K6KLY, I want to catch your brother there, 1111. K6KLY with KA6MZE, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, you're 5 and 5 up here, not the strongest. You were stronger earlier, so you must have moved your antenna. We have KB6WFC also checking in. Over.
Okay. I'll get him in there, but say hello to Phil there. Do you copy Phil in Saratoga?
Yeah, no, I don't copy him. He's off to the back side of the antenna. Over. And I'm just moving my truck. See if this will close things up a little.
Okay, somebody said they didn't copy him, whoever him is, because I don't know who said that. Because he's in a truck running a whole loop and 20 watts in Saratoga. Who said he did not copy him? Over. Somebody said, I don't copy him. Who said that? Oh, for heaven's sake. We got terrible propagation here or something tonight. What's going on? I'm still making power.
Yeah, okay, Mike, check your antenna out. Maybe you can peek it up on me. Over. K6MYC, K6KLY.
Well, give me some more chatter. Ross. Over.
Right, K6MYC, K6MYC, K6KLY. Chatter. Over.
Okay, now I got a pretty good peek on you. What are you doing with me now?
Okay, no, I do not hear the guy in Saratoga. I'd have to rotate the antenna that way, and when I do that, I would lose you. Over.
Well, he should be right in the path to you for me.
No, he's not, but, I hear them both.
Oh, okay. Saratoga isn't very far out of the path. He's in Belmont. He shoots pretty much east to me. And Saratoga is more or less southeast from where he is there, but he's only running 20 watts. So I'm surprised. I'm hearing him 150 miles away, and he's not hearing him 20 miles away. Over.
Well, he's got a lot of obstruction there. There's a whole mountain range.
Oh, I know that. But anyway, okay, very good. Am I stronger now for you, Russ?
Okay, you got KB6WFC checking in. Over.
Okay, I don't hear Mike. I hear Jim. Jim, you're very loud at the moment, so we've got the path is funny because I'm south of 280. I'm normally in a 288 for you, Jim. 287 to 290 for you, and I'm at 279, and that's where you're peaking. Who knows? The band is giving me trouble here tonight. WB6WNI. Go ahead, Gary. K6MYC. I don't hear Gary. Call him in, Russ.
Okay, Gary, do you copy? Come on up and respond to Mike. Over.
but that's all right. It's eligible. All over there, yeah, thank you.
So Papa Hotel India Lima, and I'm Steve Street Reservoir right now, and I will head down the hill, so profit on the mic, that'd be great.
Okay, we'll do that, Phil. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. Ready, listening.
Yeah, I feel T6LY. I hear you when I point at you. Over. T6LY in Belmont. See ya.
Okay, to the Wednesday, everything to Wednesday, they were doing super cases on the road.
Russ, who is the station you're talking to? Is that Whiskey Delta something?
Probably just got a phone call.
So who was Russ just talking to? Is that Whiskey Delta somebody?
I was talking to the Saratoga station.
Yeah, go ahead, Russ. You got the floor.
Okay, T6TLY, Mike, what else can I help you with? Over.
Who were you just talking to? I never got a call.
He's talking to your Saratoga station, Mike.
Are you having trouble copying me, Russ?
Yeah, sometimes, yes. Over.
Okay. Now you know the problem I'm having.
Okay, well, I had to pick the antenna. I'm pointed about 15 degrees south of where I normally point at you. Over.
You're very loud. You're very loud. That's why I'm struggling with why you're having trouble with me. And I understand he pointed his antenna, Jim. I got that. Has pointed it more for the guy in Saratoga to pick him up there. But when I was hearing KA6MZE, it didn't sound like his voice. Probably because of the multipath that's going on here. We got very, very ratty conditions here tonight, so I'm struggling to know who's talking. If you don't give clear call signs, I don't know who's talking. It's all muddy. Anyway, I heard KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie is on here somewhere. Let's see if he's copying me. KB6 WFC K6MYC. Mike, are you here?
WFC, if you're still here, chime up. Nothing here, Mike.
Somebody else said something, but I didn't get it. Over. I hear you, Gary, but not very strong. You're fading in and out, but I'm probably not peaked right on you. WB6WNI, take one, and I'll see if I can optimize on you. K6MYC, over.
K86, that's okay.
Gary, you're in the noise for me. But I heard you, Fred. Good signal. KD6SOK. Take a transmission. K6MYC, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, you got a good signal here as well. So I thought I'd just hop in here and give you a shout. It was a pretty busy night on 462 anyway. Sound good, and it was a cool day. It wasn't very hot, and hopefully it wasn't too hot down where you live as well.
Well, it was about 95 today.
Yeah, that's pretty hot for me. But anyway, you got a swimming pool, so that works out well.
Yeah, you're going up and down in signal strength. You get real strong and then get real weak. So the band is in really, really bad condition tonight. It's okay, but it's unstable. We got multipath. We've got heavy fading. And people are coming in multiple directions for me here, so I'm struggling a little bit. All right, very good. Good to hear you, Fred. Well, I'll let you go, and I'll continue on. I do have Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, checked in because somebody said they heard him. And I'll move the antenna a little bit more to the north, and maybe I can pick him up there. Jim, if you're still in there, W6PQL, pick it up, and I'll peek on you again. Although you're coming in two directions tonight, south and probably more north where you should be. W6PQL in the group, K6MYC. Well, now where did he go?
This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville.
Okay, I hear Placerville. K6WIS. Good evening, Paul. Good signal. Not real strong, but I'll peek on you while you're giving me a check-in there. Over.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group of K6WIS Placerville. Currently, you're about a 4x1, but you have been up to poor conditions tonight. Very poor. I wonder how you are copying me. Maybe in a position. So, how is it now? Over.
I wasn't very far off the peak. I got a little bit more out of you. You're Q5 here. I'm absolutely Q5, so no trouble copying you Q5. So I'm not sure why you're hearing me so weakly. Over.
Oh, that's a little bit better. You're about a 5x2. 5x2 there, Mike, currently. Over.
Okay, very good. Any other check-ins from you tonight, Paul?
Nope. I was just listening to the stream. Only Bay Area stations I can copy W6PQL and K6KLY. All the other ones I have to listen on the stream. Over.
Roger, roger. Well, PQL has power, and KLY has the location in Belmont there. KLY, Rush, you want to give Paul a quick report?
Okay, well, I'm not hearing him. Where is he located?
Well, he's in Placerville.
Okay, let me turn the antenna towards Placerville. Roger, roger. Now I got the antenna turned. You're 5 and 7, K6KLY. Roger. Well, you know, I'm using these real sharp M-Sport antennas, so I got to point at you to hear you good. All right, good hearing you, and back to Mike. K6MYC, K6KLY.
Okay. Well, wherever Paul is pointed now, I lost him. Maybe he rotated the antenna to peek on you, but he went away. Anyway, we've got you, Paul. And we will look for you on the direct path. We're pretty much done with the Bay Area here, so let me go over and see if N6RO was listening. And then we're heading up your way. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, 73. Russ, thanks for the help tonight with the funny band conditions. 73 to you, Jim, if you're copying W6PQL and others. Sorry, I'm not copying you very well, Gary. Normally I would be. I don't know why we're not hearing you very well. WB6WNI in the group, K6MYC. 73 all.
Yes, like you came up a bit there. It's very flaky. Makes the sense that I'm sure. K6MYC.
Okay, well that was Q5, so it's just up and down. The band's very flaky. 7-3, Gary. We'll see you on Sunday night. WB6WNI 1090, K6MYC going toward N6RO.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. I forgot to look at the high temperature. It was around 80. And I hooked up the transverter, but it doesn't work. I think there are three possibilities. One is I have the wrong cables going to the wrong ports. Number two is there's something wrong, or I haven't found the right settings in the K4D. And third, they may have sent me a unit with the wrong options. It doesn't have a receive in port. So we're still working on it, and the guy who knows more about it is real busy. He won't be up here for a while, so we may not even make it on Monday. Anyway, dinner's going to be ahi tuna and what did I pick? Something good. Oh, string beans. And that is my report. All my troops have gone up to the foothills to a field day site in 6RO.
Okay.
KLY, you're 5 and 9.
Yeah, same, Russ.
Yeah. I haven't moved the antenna yet from the Bay Area, so.
Oh, you're at 6, pointed at the Bay Area.
Yeah. As I say, everything's coming in weird directions tonight. On the transverter, you should have two labels, 2 connectors. IF in, and that should be your 2-meter input, and RF out, and there's usually not a secondary receive port. Over.
Yeah. Well, I'm studying. I'm going deep into the K4 manual to see what the switching deal is. I think the cables are right, but there's a chance the unit they sent me doesn't have the port that it's supposed to. Anyway, we'll get to it. See you on Sunday in 6RO.
What do the ports say on the box?
Let me look.
Should have 2 connectors. One's probably a BNC or an N SO239, and the other should be an N.
Yeah, the N output is there. There's a hang on a second, I got to call up my pictures here. Yeah, okay. There's an antenna/TX, and there's a label with a plug called RX. There's no receptacle there. And there's also an RXIF and an IF BNC inputs.
Yeah, well, that's what goes to the your IF goes to the transceiver that you're using for 2 meters, your 2-meter transceiver. Now that's the BNC connector. That's typical. The others aren't used. And then just the other one is just RF out coming out the end connector. And then there's a key line. You find the one that says key or something? Or TX?
There's a push to talk.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's key to ground. That's all it is. So if you put a little RF in on the BNC, I'd put a water so in there, and you should see some power coming out on the end connector.
I think I tried that. I still think it's the settings in the K4, but again, they're full on it.
Okay, well, how do you adjust your K4 for transverter? Do you have a separate output for transverters? Is that it?
Yes.
Well, I don't think you can hurt it. I'd turn that all the way up. You know where the control is for your IF transmit?
Yeah, it's in the transmitter settings area of the menu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think you can hurt the transverter. The Q5 signal has a big dummy load in there. So even if you overdrive it for short periods of time, you can't hurt it. And I don't think the Drake, not the Drake, but what the hell you have? That's what's the name of the transceiver?
Elecraft K4D.
Elecraft. I don't think the Elecraft can put out more than a watt or so out that transverter port. You might look at the specs on the Elecraft and see what power is there. You'll have to look it up anyway to find out where the menu setting is. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I'll try that.
Yeah, that's all. It's just two simple things. If you got the key line working and you can hear it clicking, or going into transmit mode, a light should come on. There's 2 lights on it. One lights up when you key it, and that means you're keyed and you're ready to take drive and look at output. So that's not rocket science, but there is some confusion because of all the extra ports that they have on the back that may or may not be used for what you're doing. But no, the IF input, and that's also your receive line back to the aircraft. When you turn the unit on, it has a switch on the front panel. When you turn the switch on, then a little green light comes on, or a red light or something next to it. You should hear the noise floor in the transceiver come way up.
Yeah, the red light works, but there's no output on the. It has a LED DC power. No, it has a. I'm looking at the backside. It has a RF output indicator that is not showing anything.
No, there shouldn't be anything on the back panel that's lit up. You should just hear it coming out. When you hook up the IF line to the transceiver, that coax cable, a BNC connector, you should hear the noise, because that's where the receive comes out of the transverter. The transverted signal from 220 down to 2 meters is on that line. It's a transceive line that goes into your transceiver. You transmit when you key the transmitter down, and when you let the mic up, you're receiving. But you should hear noise when you turn on the front panel switch. That's all you have to do. There's just one switch, and you're done.
Well, okay. We could go on all night, but I'll give it a try.
Well, I've got 2 of them, and it's simple. The IF line goes over the transceiver, and the output line goes to your antenna through a watt meter. And you should hear noise. You should hear a very significant noise increase when you turn the transverter on. I could do it here, but it comes up noticeably. On the 9700, you don't have a 9700. The 9700, sometimes it puts out so much noise it puts the thing into squelch. So I have to back down on the RF gain, and the RF gain and the squelch are one and the same on my 9700, over.
Yeah, well, I'm on my 9700 right now. Yeah, I'll try different ports and see what I get.
Now, why don't you just try driving with the 9700? Turn the power way down to, you've got the power control right on the front panel, right next to the main knob, just upper left of the main tuning knob. Push that and let that one light up, and then turn your power all the way down. You should be able to drive the transverter with almost no output coming out of there, over.
Yeah, I do not see the noise level or the noise come up at all. It's a switching problem in the train. I still will work on it, and the 9700 doesn't have 220 anyway.
No, it doesn't have 220. It's got 2 meters, which is your IF. I can't, over.
2 meters? I thought it was 28 meg.
Oh, you bought a 28 meg IF transverter. Well, crap, no wonder. Okay. I thought I told you to buy a 2 meter one.
Okay. I didn't get that. Anyway, Russ, are you trying to break in?
Yeah, Roger. Are we having a video meeting tonight?
I don't think so, because both Greg and Chris left here about an hour and a half ago, so they're probably not even up to their site yet.
Okay, QSL 73.
Yeah, I'll check and make sure that nothing's happening. They had a special meeting on Tuesday night in which they probably settled everything for field day.
All right, happy field day.
Yeah, I'm just going to look around for local club members, etc. Back to you, Mike. See you Sunday in 6RO.
Okay, I'm just trying to go through my mind down there on the On the back of the transverter, it should say IF, and you've got it. It's a BNC. For that, it should go then to the transceiver. The transceiver should be on 10 meters, and when you turn the transverter on, you should hear noise. You have to fiddle around with a port. Maybe you're going in the wrong port on the back of the aircraft. Try different ports with the line that's coming from the IF, because you're going to have output. You're going to have receive gain output on that line, so you just have to find out why you're not hearing it. You should even be able to hear it if you just go right into the aircraft 10 meter or regular RF output input line. You should hear noise, and then you can, if you hear noise there, then you know you got the transverter working. Now you just have to find out why it's not showing up in the when you go in one of the other ports there, and that may be just a gain level adjustment in your menu. That's what it sounds like to me, Ken. So just a little research here, but you might just try hooking up your RF-IF output directly to the transceiver. Don't key the transceiver. You're just listening for noise. A huge increase in noise when you turn the transverter on. You don't have to key, you don't have to do anything. Just turn the transverter on, you should hear a big burst of noise. That means the transverter is working, and it's putting out IF, 28 meg IF noise, and it's a 220 signal. It's been transferred to 28. And that's the first test that I would do. If you get noise there, then you just have to find what other ports you got to go into and adjust the receive gain levels in your menu and stuff. Good luck. I'm sure it's not going to be overwhelming to you once you think it through. Once you get noise, that'll prove that the transverter is working and it's putting out signal where it's supposed to on the main RF input, RF output of the aircraft. 7-3, and we'll talk to you Sunday night. Call me if you need any other discussion about it. N6RO, you have my number, right? K6MYC?
Yeah, I got it somewhere. Okay, thanks for the suggestions, and I will play with it some more.
Okay, I can give you the number again if you got a pencil.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, it's 559 signal report. That's the area code 559. 994-5105.
QSL, thanks.
Okay, that's my cell phone, and it's in my hip. I got it on all the time. 7-3.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Anybody else in this direction? Let's see. How about you, Mario? KO6IQR. KO6IQR, K6MYC. Are you in there, Mario? Okay, KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. How about you, John?
K6MYC.
Yeah, I went past you. Give me some more chatter.
Okay, yeah, you will.
Okay, well, that wasn't long enough for me to peek on you, but you should still be able to hear me. I got you. 1179. I guess Mario may have gone home this week or something. I don't know why he isn't checking in, but maybe he had some problem where he's living there or something. That's not normal. He's pretty reliable, but something's changed there. Thank you, John. Good to hear you here with your whole loop on 432. KD6WVL, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 432.
Roger, Mike. Thanks for the check-in.
Okay, let me head on up here.
756.
756. Boy, this thing is all screwed up today again. I'm copying you at 300 degrees. Normally I don't hear you until I get to 315, so something is really screwed up here tonight.
Oh, well, that's a terrible mess. Well, I will talk, so you can dial in as best you can, and that way you can get whatever azimuth is appropriate for
KG6KFB.
Well, now I'm up to the normal heading.
Hey, see, how's it going, Mike?
Yeah, I'm up to the normal heading now. There's two paths here. I'm copying you at 290, where I was for John, 295 or something. And I hear you here, and a little bit stronger here, but not a lot of difference. I was rotating and rotating and rotating, and you were just talking away, not changing much, and then a little peak here at 319, 320. So there you are. This band is doing weird stuff tonight. Anyway, great to hear you on 432. Always helps to have 70 watts there. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Is John here tonight?
He is waiting in the wings, but see, now you know how much more you have to compensate between him and I to find him easily. There you go. One weak station out here to play, calibrate the antenna direction.
Who is that? Who is the weak station? Are you having trouble copying me, or am I mumbling? KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Who is the weak signal station you want me to calibrate on? Are you talking about yourself? Are you making a joke, are you?
Oh, yeah, that's my peanut station. I was referring to myself.
Well, you're louder than John is.
How can that be? My goodness, John's got 4x the antenna that I got here.
Well, it's just location, probably. I don't know. All I know is he's not very strong on 432. He's louder than you are on 1296 by a little bit, but you're stronger than he is on 432 since you went to 70 watts there, over.
Yeah, being at, what, 30 prior? Oh, no, probably 20. 20, 25. Yeah, get it up to 70, 60, 70 watts. That does make a difference there. At any rate, enough of my shenanigans for the night. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll probably catch you Sunday night when it rolls around. KJ6KFB.
Okay, very good, Darren. Thank you. Good signal, just very steady. Quite a nice, solid signal from you on 432 tonight. Much different than the Bay Area. The Bay Area guys are all over the map. Up and down and all over. Unbelievable. All right, see ya. I'll look for John. And I'm going to swing in the middle section and give a call to Redding and see if I can hear anything from Redding. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Here we go. That should be Redding. Redding, KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey. We should have propagation up the valley. KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, calling and listening. Over. I hear Beale Air Force banging me, but I don't hear anything else. Okay, how about you, John? KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Are you peeking in on me? Over.
Yeah, we've got you. Good, strong signal. It's got flutter on it, but it's not weak at all. It's just fluttery. Flutter. Then it may be the multipath, or I'm not quite pointed right or something. Anyway, good to hear you. And it seems to be better going up the valley this way. That's why I thought I might have a shot at the Redding guys. I think we got good propagation up and down the valley. Across the valley to the Bay Area was pretty awful. But who knows? Anyway, good evening to you, John. Thanks for climbing the stairs and getting on there. We'll see you Sunday night, of course. KR6MR, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay. You're pretty weak, Mike. Pretty weak. You're only about a S2 to an S3 tonight. Not that strong. so I'll let you go. Look for you Sunday night. Yeah, nice little chat tonight, and I got to go back to Mommy. Today is her birthday. So K6MYC in the group, KR6MR 73.
Where did you say you have to go? Have to go somewhere? Where are you going?
Back down to see the today is her birthday.
Now it's doing the same thing on me. Put the blanker on. Maybe that'll take care of Beal. Beal is pulsing me, and it takes you out whenever it hits me. Say it again one more time, John.
Okay. Today is the wife's birthday, so I have to give her more undivided attention.
Oh, your birthday. Well, happy birthday. You're 39 again, are you?
Oh, that and a bunch more.
39 again and again and again. How many times are you 39? Probably another 39 times. That would be 78, of course.
Lost you, Mike. Completely lost you. 73 KR6MR back to you.
Yeah, you're going up and down too, but I've got solid copy on you, I think. That's the band for you. I find a peak and then it goes away. That's the same problem I had with the Bay Area.
YL birthday, he's out of here.
Well, there you are, John. See, I mean, Darren, I told you I have a much harder time with John than I do with you. Go ahead, Darren.
He was saying his birthday today.
I heard you say it's his birthday today, and then what?
YL, Yankee Lima.
Oh, it's not his birthday, it's the XYL's birthday?
USL.
Oh, okay. Well, then he better go and get after that. Thank you, John. Thank you, Darren. I missed that part of it. Thank you. 7-3 guys, K6MYC. Looking one last time for Redding. Go ahead. Nothing heard in Redding. How about anybody else? K6MYC Bozo Net before I go to Nevada. Okay, here we are for Nevada, and I guess Richard said he would not be here, so it's just KE7UQL tonight. KE7UQL, K6MYC.
K6MYC, here is KE7UQL 272, over.
Yeah, very good, Daniel. Pretty good signal, at least at the moment. I haven't tried to even peek on you yet. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yes, Roger. You're hitting about S5. Strong copy on this end, over.
Yeah, pretty good. I moved a little bit more to the west, and you drop a little bit. I'm going to come back a little bit. This right about here seemed to be where the peak was, over.
That's about it. The wind has not shown up yet, over.
Who has not showed up yet?
The wind. Expecting high winds, over.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were expecting high wind. We're expecting very low temperature Saturday and Sunday. It's supposed to be in the low to mid 80s here. Up this week we've been pushing toward 100 or over 100 every day. Today it was a little less than 100, but it was still warm. But tomorrow it's supposed to be cooler and down in the mid 80s to low 80s on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll be looking forward to that temperature. Over.
Sure, a nice break. Yes, we could go down into the 40s at night. So there's a field day tomorrow. We're going to go up and see Eric at a field day location. Over.
Yeah, well, we usually get into the low 60s, into the 60s at night, but not much lower. That's typical. We go from 60-something to 99 to 100-something. Good evening to you. I guess Richard had his astronomy. No, what was he doing tonight? Something kept him from getting in here tonight. He said he would not be on. So maybe he'll be on here on Sunday night. 7-3 for now, Daniel. Thanks very much for checking in. Looks like we've got about somewhere close to 30 check-ins. Got a couple of people that we did not expect to get. That always helps. It fills in for the guys that didn't show up that should have. Hi. 7-3, Daniel. KE7UQL, Carson City area, K6MYC. Yeah, you were down that one. I didn't copy that. Try it again. Well, there it was, way down. 7373, KE7UQL, K6MYC, 73. See you Sunday night. 73 came back up again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, WA6LOL.
Oh, hi, Dave. Give me some chatter. I'm way off of you. Go ahead.
Okay. K6MYC. K6MYC. WA6LOL. Up here in Sonora. Anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised you heard me. You pointed over toward Nevada. Hey, I called you today, and I just got a thing where it said you weren't available, and I left a message. I did that work you were talking about doing on that stack of Yagis, and I got some results that were kind of surprising. Anyway, you going to be around after the net? I could give you a call.
Well, the net's done. Talk to me now.
Oh, okay. All right. I just thought maybe we'd get on the phone. Anyway, about 4 degrees out off center is the 3 dB down points. Just 4 degrees either way. It's 3 dB down. And then out around 15 degrees are those peaks. And they're only about 5 dB down, 5 or 6 dB down. Go ahead.
Oh. It's not right.
Well, it's a loop Yagi, and I guess, the guy out there and where they make them, he was saying that those loops have a lot of side stuff, real high side lobes and stuff. But anyway, he said that's why they kind of pull them together pretty narrow to get rid of the side stuff. But anyway, yeah, 15 degrees, it was only about 4 to 6 dB down on those two lobes, but it very narrow. The 3 dB points were just 4 degrees out from center. So yeah, it's kind of hard to point.
Well, I'm trying to finish dinner here, and all of a sudden I'm getting a lot of gristle in my steak here, so hang on. When you swung off the main lobe, how far down did it go before it came back up to -5?
When I come off of the main lobe, I go out about 4 degrees, and I'm 3 dB down, and then it got, let me see, I'm trying to remember when I think it got down to about 10 dB down before it came back up to just 5 dB down. So it was 10 dB down between the main lobe and the side lobe.
Yeah, That's not right either. I'm not impressed with those loop Yagis, but maybe that's, I don't think that's the way they should be. I can't even imagine anybody would use an antenna like that. It's terrible. I hate to put you through any more work, but I would do, if you can do it, just try doing it with one antenna and see what you see with just one antenna. You can leave it in the quad, disconnect the others, or terminate them if you have terminations. But just feed one loop and see what, one Yagi and see what you get for beam width there. It should be 8 degrees. It should be about twice what you get with a pair, side by side. Should be between 8 and 10 degrees after the 3 dB points, and then it should drop off. And then you can look at that first side lobe again. It shouldn't be much of anything. Should have very low side lobes. Certainly nowhere near 10 dB down. They should be 13 to 15 to 18 dB down with just a single Yagi. That 5 dB lobe you're seeing would normally be down minus 13 if you were spaced right. But those are called grating lobes, by the way. So when I refer to grating lobes, I'm talking about the first lobe, either side of center, that you create when you put the array together. They're not there normally. A single Yagi doesn't have grating lobes. It has lobes, but they don't call them grating lobes. These lobes that you're seeing are created by the formation of the quad and the coupling of the fields. But it sure don't sound right to me. It just doesn't sound right at all. Are you sure they're all in phase, over?
Yeah, they're in phase. I physically look at them, and I phased them, with the way they said to phase them. And it's, pretty obvious that, the loop kind of spins the same way on all 4 of them. And then, as I pass through center, I do get a main lobe peak, so that's working. All right, tomorrow I'll get out there and I'll plot one antenna, and I'll see what I get in terms of the 3 dB points and see what the side lobes, those ones that are 15 degrees out, see what they look like.
Okay, you'll get better results if you want to go to a little more work. I'll explain what I'm saying. If you get the one Yagi out of the field of the other 3, take it off of its H-frame and put it on a little, stick it on a broomstick or something, or a little 4-foot or 5-foot piece of tubing pounded into the ground, and just put it on that and do your pattern measurement with it 5 or 10 feet away from the other antennas and off to the side, over.
Okay, all right. I do have a test jig there, a pole, a 2-inch pole sticking up on the side of the thing just for that purpose. As I was getting them up, I'd set them on there and tune them and then put them up. So, okay, yeah, I'll do that stuff tomorrow and see what I get. Tell you, with the half power points out just 4 degrees from the center, it's pretty difficult to get a rotor to, when I hit the rotor and I go go off to the side, the signal as the antenna wavers back and forth because the rotor's just affected it. I see my signal going up and down. So I see the sway in the antenna after I move it. It's pretty noticeable.
Yeah. Well, I got the feeling that something was moving when you were talking to me. Remember I told you had that little funny up and down fade?
Yeah, that's what you were saying. That could have been it. Well, I could have had a breeze out there, and just anything that moves those antennas, they start swaying. The signal just goes way up and down. Yeah,
1 or 2 degrees when you're in the quad array, you'd see it. Anyway. anyway. Okay. Well, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be working like it ought to be. How long is your range? How far away is your source antenna?
It's out there about 50 feet, I guess. Maybe 30 to 50 feet, I guess.
Yeah, it may not be far enough. And that may be why you're having this side lobe problem. If you could do it, put it at 80 to 100 feet out and see if you get any difference. Even if you move it a little bit, move it 10 feet back and see if the side lobe level changes. Over.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to have to sneak over onto the neighbor's property, so if you hear gunshots, you'll know what happened.
Yeah. Wear your bulletproof vest. Okay. Well, you don't have to take a lot of time doing that, but you want to move that source back just a little bit. It's easier to move the source, obviously, than it is the other thing. But just go 10 feet back and see if it changes. If it keeps changing, then keep going back further until it doesn't change anymore. But I've never seen an antenna pattern like you're describing with 5 dB side lobes. That's horrible.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I'll give it a little bit more time tomorrow. I kind of ran out a day today, so I'll get out and I'll try moving the source back a ways and see if it changes things.
I mean, you could even do it with a full array, but you might want to also have the single antenna off to the side so you can measure the side lobes on the single antenna. But if you want to leave it in the array format, and just move the source out 10 or 15 more feet and see if that first side lobe changes level. If it goes down, then you're heading in the right direction. See, you could be so close you're in the near field. There is a near field, and because of the high gain of those Yagis, you could be inside the near field where you're sitting there at 40 or 50 feet.
Well, okay. All right. Well, I will do that stuff. I'll get set up earlier tomorrow and check that stuff out. So, yeah, I'm really not hearing anything on those, I mean, but it's narrow enough, I guess, that if I'm not pointed, I listened now, I told you Tuesday night, and I couldn't transmit back to you because I had the preamp in the line and I didn't have a relay. I blow up an LNA, but I turned the antenna around, but I heard AHA, and I did not hear Aaron. He came on, and I didn't hear him. And then I heard, of course, A6S, and I could hear you. And I was turning the antenna around. I thought maybe I heard a little bit of chatter from Sacramento, but it might have been my imagination. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because the antenna is very sharp, and 1296 is kind of a flashlight kind of a band anyway.
No, you should have heard Aaron. With no problem. You should have heard Aaron like a ton of bricks. So they aren't working.
Okay, well, yeah, I didn't feel like I was hearing what I expected to be able to hear, so something's going on. I'm getting really good SWR, and individual, and then down on this end of the coax. And I get sun noise, I'm getting about 5 dB worth of sun noise, which is sort of what Yagi should see, I guess you get 6 to 7 dB sun noise, they say, on a 6-foot dish. So, I just don't know why I'm not hearing people quite yet, but I'm working on it.
Well, yeah, do those quick little checks tomorrow. Move the source out 20 or 30 feet further out, just temporarily, and do your side lobe check again and look at your 3 dB beam width. The 3 dB beam width shouldn't change much, but it could. And if you're in the near field, it's you'll know it. It should change rather rapidly. If the side lobes are still like 5 or 6 dB down, then you're probably far enough out not to worry about it, and you can come back in. I don't have a good feel for it anymore. Normally I don't test an array like you're doing, so I don't have a good feel for the distances that are required to get out of the near field. I've done a lot of antenna measurements, but they're always with single antennas for the most part on the range at least. Okay. Another test would be if you can see when you point toward the sun and you can see 5 dB of sun noise, you should also be able to see just a tickle if you're seeing any little burble, any little comeback of more noise as you see as you get on it where the side lobes are. That would indicate that your reading of minus 5 dB down is about right, see? But you could just see maybe 1 or 2 dB of sun noise. If it comes up at all, that's not right at all. Over.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll try that tomorrow. It's not hard to elevate the antennas up and point them at the sun and move the antenna around a little bit and see what I got. You know, I did the antennas individually pretty thoroughly as I was tuning them one at a time, and then I put them all together through the divider and then checked it there and made sure I was getting the same, dip on the, on the curve. I was dipping in the same place and getting the same results. So I really, in terms of tuning them in SWR, I was pretty thorough individually before I put them together, but I didn't do a range test. I didn't test for the half power points and the side lobe test. I didn't do that individually, so I will do that tomorrow.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you do these other tests, you can do whatever is the quickest. Those will tell you what's going on. The other thing you do, if you're looking at the sun noise, you wait for the sun to get up at 20 or 30 degrees, then you can do up and down and see if your side lobes on the vertical pattern are also 5 or 6 dB down. Over.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So normally with conventional Yagis, say horizontal is your E plane and your H plane about the same? Does it act about the same because you have 4 antennas configured in an H frame?
Yeah, Dave, as the antennas get longer, the E and the H plane beam width of an individual Yagi like that is so close. There will only be 1 or 2 degree difference between the E and the H plane beam width on a big Yagi like that. On a 7-element 6-meter antenna, you could have an azimuth beam width of 28 degrees and an elevation beam width of 45 or 50. So there's a huge difference between the E plane and the H plane pattern. The H plane is your vertical pattern as you're sweeping up and down horizontally polarized. And that's the H plane pattern. H for Horsteads. Anyway, E plane, of course, is your azimuth pattern in a pair of horizontally polarized antennas side by side. You're looking at sweeping it side by side, and in azimuth, that's your E plane beam width and your side lobes and stuff. So just so you know what we're talking about here, E plane and H plane. So what you're going to do on the sun is look at the H plane side lobes and see if they're noticeable. So first of all, see if you can see the side lobes at all on the sun when you sweep back and forth that way. You can also do it on your pattern, on your source. But it's harder to do your source in the H plane because you can only tilt upward. And you may or may not see that first side lobe very well, but that's another. You could do a test that way. I wouldn't guarantee its accuracy, but it might give you something. You should see something similar. Anyway, as I said, the E and the H plane beam width and the long Yagis like that are the same. So that's why the E and the H plane spacing is pretty much the same for those long Yagis. 30 by 30 or 29 by 29 or whatever it is. As you get into smaller Yagis, and the E-plane spacing, like on 2M5WLs or something, would be 15 feet, and the H-plane spacing would be 14 feet or 13.6 or something. Quite a big difference. On smaller Yagis, like on 6 meters, it would be 25 feet wide and 27 feet high, that type of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, checking the sun noise, it'll be real easy for me to see if they're the E-plane and the H-plane are about the same. If it's, I can tell if it's about the same amount of narrow on going up and down as well as side by side. I always think of the E-plane as element plane, horizontal, it's along with the elements, and if it was vertical, it'd be up and down, and if it's horizontal, side to side, the E-plane, and then the H-plane is the other one. So, yeah, so then the sun noise, I don't know whether I'll be able to see those side lobes, but if I've only got 5 dB worth of sun noise and I see the side lobes, that sure isn't good.
Yeah, that would be bad. Yeah, well, again, the E stands for electric field, and the H stands for Horsted's. Horsted's is your magnetic measurement. The word Horsted, Horstead, or whatever it is, that's magnetic field measurement. That's a measurement, so many Horsteds. So that's what you're doing. You're in the H-plane pattern, and you're measuring the magnetic field up and down that way. And magnetic beam width, and as opposed to the electrical beam width. Okay, can be confusing till you get the terms down pat. You don't have to worry about those technical things, but just so we are on the same plane when we're talking about. You see, if you turn the antennas so they're vertically polarized in the array, then your side-by-side pattern is no longer the E-plane. That's now you're measuring the H-plane beam width, the Horsted's, as you're swinging back and forth in azimuth. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know what. I know the electric field and the magnetic field are at 90 degrees, and I didn't know what H stood for or E in that sense. I just thought of it. I thought, how am I going to remember this? And I thought, okay, well, E is the element. Not that that's actually what it stands for, but that way I can remember it, that it's the E is with the elements, and so if I'm horizontal elements, it's side to side, and if I'm in vertical polarization with the elements, it's up and down. So, but anyway, yeah, okay, I'll do the sun measurements first tomorrow, and then I'll see if it seems like my beam width, E-plane beam width is about the same as my H-plane beam width. And then I'll go out there and I'll do the other test, and I'll move that source out a ways and see what's up. I know the guy in Vermont, their directive systems, and I asked him about narrow spacing. He said, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff on the sides of those. So maybe that's what he was talking about, but I don't know. Just seems surprisingly close spacing. But I'm getting pretty good sun noise in terms of as an indicator, some indicator of gain. It's kind of a predictable way. To be able to say, okay, the antennas are working in terms of forward gain, but I don't know. I sure didn't hear anybody, and so, all right, Mike. Well, thank you for your help, and I'll get my boots on and get out there tomorrow and get those other tests done.
Okay, I'll be around, so if you're out there doing something and something isn't making sense, just call me, and we can talk you through it quickly if it's not too hot. Over.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that, and hopefully tomorrow it's going to cool down some, I think they said.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cool Saturday and Sunday here. We're supposed to be in the mid to low 80s. Anyway, okay, I'll let you go for tonight. WA6LOL. We went too long without an ID here. K6MYC in the Bozo Net, and I should shut the net down so Aaron can stop the stream. Anyway, good evening, all. Let me do this officially. K6MYC, Bozo 47, in Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo, closing the 432.1 Bozo Net in Northern California on June 25, 2026. Good night, all. Okay, 7-3 Dave, and I haven't heard anything from Rob, so I don't know where he is, or Aaron. Are you guys in here? I haven't heard him at all. I should check Aaron in because he runs the stream, so I always give him credit for being here, even if he isn't. He's there in one format or another. Let me put Aaron down here.
Yeah, he's got to be here.
Well, he's somewhere. He could do all this stuff by his phone if he has to, so he can be in a remote location, but at least he's active, and he's on the band, sort of. So I think he earns a check-in.
Yeah, I pulled up the stream. It's working, so. All right, Mike, well, thank you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Then I'll tell you what I find by doing that stuff.
Okay, can you describe what's on the screen of your stream? Because I'm looking at mine, and mine may be different than yours. I have a white box in the middle, a rectangular box. It's about, 2 by 4. And then but I don't see the receiver. I see the spectrum now. It's very tiny off to the side and the top of that. I can see my voice there. Okay. I don't see where the S meter is, though. Where is it?
Okay, well, what I see is the receiver is on the left side, the sort of a representation of the 9700, and then that rectangular box that's much lighter is the rotor window. It's a map, kind of a greenish blue map of California with your rotor pointer, and then off to the right of that is your waterfall.
Yeah, well, I don't see where the S meter is.
Okay, the S meter is over right in the middle of the receiver, about equal up and down, and it's sort of the west of center. That's where the S meter is. It's got kind of blue and red colors.
Yeah, funny. I can see the receiver, but I don't see anything moving over there. I don't see anything when you're talking. No worries. It's just my eyesight, probably. All right. Good night, Dave. I'll talk to you. If you have a problem, give me a jingle tomorrow. I'll be around all day, as far as I know. 7-3 WA6LOL, and anybody else that's listening, 7-3 all, K6MYC, going away and finish my dinner here.
All right, Mike. Thanks again, and we're all grateful for you. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be on ground planes.